What's up, subscribers? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we'll be talking about some updates for ADMA Biologics stock, trading under the ticker ADMA. We'll be taking a look at the stock chart and also discussing the recent quarterly report that just came out. But first, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe so that you get notifications about our future videos talking about the stock market and personal finances. And while you're down there, if you haven't already, be sure to check out the links in the description to get your free shares of stock from Webull whenever you open and fund your account, as well as $10 of free Bitcoin from Coinbase whenever you open your account and make your first $100 purchase of cryptocurrency. So grab a cup of coffee or your favorite beverage of choice, and let's jump into it. It's been a while since we talked about ADMA Biologics here on my channel, last covering it a couple months ago. For those of you who may not be familiar with ADMA Biologics, or who may have just recently started to look into the company, it's a biopharmaceutical company that is dedicated to manufacturing, marketing, and developing specialty plasma-derived biologics for the treatment of immunodeficient patients at risk for infection and others at risk for certain infectious diseases. Since reaching its peak at just under $3 a share in early February, overall, ADMA Biologics stock has largely been pulling back, currently trading at under $2 per share at the time that I'm recording this video. With this pullback secondary to the broader market volatility and pulling back further on the news of the quarterly report that ADMA Biologics just recently released, with analysts overall not too impressed with the results. So what did ADMA Biologics' fourth quarter results show? Let's go ahead and take a look at their 10K, which they released on March 25th. Overall in 2020, ADMA Biologics saw its total revenue increase to $42.2 million, a 44% increase compared to 2019, a record in revenue that the company was able to achieve despite the pandemic. And in a year of significant financial and economic uncertainty, ADMA Biologics was able to strengthen their balance sheet, with their total assets far exceeding their liabilities, and ADMA Biologics able to increase their assets year over year as well. Although we did see them also slightly increase their total liabilities when compared to the year prior. And in terms of ADMA's operations, we can see that they increased their total revenue both quarter over quarter and year over year. But with that said, ADMA is still taking significant losses from their operations, which grew substantially both quarter over quarter and year over year, with those losses largely stemming from the cost of product production. And with ADMA Biologics seeing an increasing net loss for both the quarter and the year in the sum of $19.4 million and $75.7 million, respectively. So where does ADMA Biologics go from here? While 2020 was a rough year for ADMA financially, they also had many achievements and accomplishments as well, successfully increasing their inventory and refinancing debt to help the company to grow in the future. But perhaps even more important for ADMA's growth and success in the future was their expanded plasma collection center network, with ADMA now having 7 plasma collection facilities and expecting 1 additional facility by the second half of this year. And in addition to that, ADMA Biologics plans to open 2 additional plasma collection centers during 2021 and have 10 or more facilities in operation by 2024. In addition to their collection facilities, ADMA Biologics expects to receive FDA approval for their IVIG production capacity scale, as well as their aseptic fill machine later this year. Once this FDA approval is finally achieved, ADMA Biologics expects this to significantly improve their operating efficiencies and help to improve their gross margins, beginning as early as later this year. So where is the stock price going to go here in the short term? Honestly, it's so tough to say. At the time that I'm recording this video, ADMA Biologics stock is currently down about 11%, trading at around $1.82 per share. Could the share price go lower here in the short term? If the broader stock market volatility continues and we continue to have ongoing fears about inflation, both of which I believe we will, then yes, I definitely believe that ADMA Biologics stock could fall further. Let's just step back here for a moment, zoom out, and take a look at how the broader stock market has been performing recently. Overall, we can see that the tech-heavy NASDAQ has been getting absolutely destroyed here recently, with companies like Amazon, Apple, Tesla, and NIO, just to name a few, that saw a ton of growth in 2020, now seeing a ton of volatility here over the past month. So if the volatility continues for these larger tech companies, then I expect ADMA Biologics stock to be even more volatile. As a small market cap company, currently with a market capitalization of $172 million, volatility is an inherent risk of an investment in ADMA Biologics. And if we continue to see volatility in the stock market overall, then for a small market cap company like ADMA Biologics, I expect that volatility to be even more pronounced. But obviously here in the short term, I don't have a crystal ball and I can't predict what's going to happen with ADMA Biologics share price. While there certainly is a risk that ADMA Biologics could struggle here in the short term and see its share price fall further, overall, like we just discussed earlier, ADMA Biologics is sitting in decent financial shape. Currently, ADMA Biologics has $207 million in total assets sitting on its balance sheet, more than enough to cover its total liabilities in the sum of $119 million in the event that they have any further financial hardships or struggle here in the short term. And in addition to the overall financial strength of their balance sheet, ADMA Biologics has built quite the reputation for themselves in the medical community, presenting at prior medical conferences and also receiving awards for their accomplishments. So while I do think that ADMA Biologics has more than enough assets to get them through any type of short-term struggle, in the event that they did need to raise additional capital, I believe that their reputation will go a long way in helping them to raise additional funds. But just remember, these videos are never financial or medical advice. They're merely me researching a company and providing my own perspective based on that research. ADMA Biologics is a very small market cap company, and an investment in this company comes with a ton of inherent risks. So make sure you do your own research and are willing to accept those risks before deciding to invest in a company like ADMA Biologics. What are your thoughts about ADMA Biologics? Are you invested in ADMA? Are you thinking about investing in this company? Where do you think the share price is going over both the short term and the long term? Be sure to comment down below and let me know what you think. And while you're down there, if there are any other stocks or topics that you would like me to talk about in a future video, please feel free to comment that down below as well. As a reminder, this video is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a certified financial planner. I'm a resident physician with an interest in personal finances and investing. Please make sure you're doing your own research before you make any financial decisions. And please be sure to smash that like button and click on the subscribe button for the YouTube algorithm and to help support my channel. Thanks everyone. Have a great day.